your college tuition back to us yet?
Yes!
This year?
Yes!
I never heard a mom say
Dad, don't bring that up! I'm gonna get canceled!
Okay, so why you avoided this copy then?
Cause I got so much hate for it! You don't even know!
You're a burden or something.
I'm hanging up.
Confirmed she sent the request. This is why you should never respect streamers. She said, these clips are taken out of context in my live stream.
She abuses that system all the time. Twitter has to do something about this.
I've noticed that.
Think very carefully about your next move, Extra Emily. Good morning, everyone. Extra Emily seems to be put back on the chopping block once again. However, sadly, this time, it seems like she did actually mess up in this instance, where essentially, the popular clip account, Yeet, we all know it, posted a video where her dad was talking to her about receiving the money for her college tuition. It didn't seem like it was that bad, but despite that, Emily, or someone dumb in her team, copyright struck that video for infringement. I mean, hopefully, I don't have to explain how moronic that is, but despite that, let's talk about this, because it could actually be an issue if it's not rectified at all.
True story, I was chilling in bed watching Naruto Shippuden, as I usually do after I'm done with the slop. I'm like, Jesus, I just did so much work. I gotta chill. I gotta watch like 3 hours of anime now. And I got a DM from someone on IG telling me that there's this Twitch streamer who goes by Extra Emily who's abusing the copyright system.
Guys, you're right. I love how like in every single video, her cheeks are so fucking peachy red. It's insane.
And it's just, to put it lightly, a pretty bratty individual from what I've seen, and that name and face sounded familiar. Turns out that I actually
normally I wouldn't say she was, but like, you know, after this news story you'll see in a second, yeah, you know, I think she's a bit shitty or bratty.
actually made a video on her about 2 months ago. It was back when she had this incident where she said something that sounded like the N-word, and I was just like, come on guys, this really isn't that big of a deal.
That clip was so fucking funny,
I think
actually,
it's
as I
blown out of
remembered it.
proportion. And now she's back and even worse than ever. And in that video, I didn't really talk about her that much in her past because I was just like, well, that's not relevant to me. I really don't care. Ever since she started abusing the copyright system to silence criticism and silence people who are posting her dumbass moments, I was just like, okay, you know what? Let's just talk about everything. To give you guys a little context on exactly who this person is and how they
it's fucking Extra Emily. It's like she's part of OTK. She's massive.
This girl went to university, right? I believe she graduated earlier this year. This clip came out of her admitting to owing $100.
Now, what I want to see, I hope he shows the clip that got taken down from Yeet or by her manager.
$1,000.
Because I want to say right now, if you guys know the clip, right? Essentially, it was a clip where she was like calling her dad, and dad was like, "Did you pay us the money?" I guess he was just forgetting. He was like, "Yes, I did. Don't bring it up, you fucking old man." She didn't say that, right? But you know, like she didn't want it to be. She didn't want you to talk about it on stream, you know, of the hate. And from there, Yeet clipped that, put on his Twitter, and that got DMCA striked.
In college tuition.
So I want to see, like, was it herself, or like, you know, was it a mishap from her own manager, whatever?
I was paid by her parents, and despite the fact that she's a Twitch partner, despite the fact that she makes a lot of money, despite the fact that she's a multi-millionaire, she refuses to pay her parents back.
Do you think that would be your best gift towards your dad?
Bro, this drama was actually nothing, even back then.
To pay back your tuition?
I'm not.
Like, the worst she looks in this fucking drama was that she looked a bit bratty, but that's it.
I'm gonna pay it back though.
But like, that's like essentially like the whole character of Extra Emily.
What, actually?
No, I don't want to.
But you could.
Yeah, but I'm not going to.
Do you have student loans?
Yeah, student loans to my parents.
And you're making them pay it off?
No, like my parents paid, and then they're like, pay us back for college, and I just like don't want.
Wait, hold on, wait, step back a sec. That got 86k likes. What was the caption? Extra Emily cries after her child cooks her for refusing to pay her back the 170k her parents spent on her college tuition after they asked for it back, which became a successful streamer. Also, you know, bear in mind, another bit of context, right, is that I'm pretty sure her parents are well off. They're very well off.
Okay. But don't you think that would make them like really happy and proud?
No.
Like, we all know this, come on. Hopefully you guys
daughter.
know. You definitely
So,
know. Oh my
but
god,
apparently
Stallone.
not. She actually did not pay her parents back for the college tuition, almost $200,000, despite the fact that she could pay it forward, but she just doesn't want to because she's based like that, guys. I don't need to pay back.
I don't care about that drama. Like, it was so fucking old. If her parents don't want it, like, don't want to pay back, severely, who gives a shit? There was that one clip of them being like, yeah, it would be nice, but aside from that, it was never brought up in a family, to my knowledge. So who really gives a shit?
My parents.
Like, it was purely a family drama brought on by the viewers and chatters.
Just 2
That's the
days
issue.
later, after getting flamed by the whole internet for being, let's call it what it is, a pretty shitty, bratty person, she finally decided to pay her parents back. Only $47,000. The reason why it's not the full lump sum is because this is the amount we agreed upon.
I will admit though, that's a bit pathetic, Like, you don't want to pay your parents back, which is fine, if they're well off, who gives a shit? But then you get hate, and that hate is so bad that you can see through it. Like, no, like, just stand on your shit.
Me and my parents, and I can't financially pay the whole thing right now. I'm calling cap. This is someone who has hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of followers on Twitch. Once again, they're a Twitch partner, so they have a contract, I'm assuming. She's constantly sponsored. You just come across as a very shitty individual.
Also, that's another important story part. Odds are, I feel like she pays her family on other shit. She pays for the rent, the food, vacation, all that stuff. So essentially, like, over her career, she has, paid them near that much, potentially, apparently, reportedly. So yeah, like, she treats them so well because, she didn't pay that one tiny debt, oh, what an awful daughter, fuck her.
You might be the nicest person on earth right now.
I'm defending her for that drama. I'm not gonna defend her for this next part, the next story.
Cure cancer, and I will still be like, you're a shitty person for not paying your parents back when you have the money. Like, if you didn't have the money, that's one thing, but you do, and it's just so frustrating to see.
Unfortunately, I don't agree with sensitive here. Like I said before, right? Odds are, she pays them via other ways, for multiple years. Like, I believe, in my opinion, that she did pay them back, or that gave them some money after she became a big streamer. I feel like. Most fucking people do that, they make it big and they take care of the family.
So don't act like an entitled bitch.
Like, my point being, she would probably take well enough care of them that the student loan is like, the last thing they care about because they've already been treated so well by her and her money.
Take advantage of the parents' kindness. She's also known for running red lights while live streaming and almost killing someone.
Yes.
No, that didn't happen. She ran a red light, but she never killed any. She was never close to killing anyone. Like, there was never nobody, there was nobody, visible on the road near the car.
What's this?
Yeah, we know this.
In Austin, long.
Be top 10 most retarded things you can do. I would argue that it's safer to drink and drive. It's like, you had like 30 years to pause. You had like 30 years to stop at the red light, yet you just kept going while live streaming. I'm like so sick of these people. I don't know what's wrong with her. I don't know if she suffers from something mentally for her to be like this. But I mean, it just incident after incident after incident that just completely turns me off for content. Now, this is stuff.
I agree with that. I think that part was really it was fucking dumb, and the fucking nepotism she had, for that was ridiculous. What I believe, to my knowledge, to my recollection, she got like a 1-day ban. That's it. Breaking the fucking law on stream got a 1-day ban. That was so pathetic.
From a few months ago.
Good day, sir.
Why am I barely talking about this? Well, first of all, I just wanted to give you guys some context. Now we could get into the real inspiration behind
now, after preempting the video for 4 minutes halfway through, now we can do the drama.
This video. So there's this Twitter account who goes by Yeet, and I get a lot of clips and information from them. Yeet is legit responsible for like 90% of my YouTube revenue. And ideas, because I'm just like, what's going on online now? So I just go check him out. I think he's the best when it comes to these kind of situations. Reporting. This comes directly from Emily. Keep this in mind. This isn't her agency. This is her. It all started a few hours ago when Yeet announced that a video that he posted got completely taken down.
Does he not show the actual clip? That's really important. Okay, he does actually, fair
via
enough.
DMCA claim. This is a manual claim that a person has to do to take a clip of them down. And as you guys,
Like, what I want to know, right, was if, like, from her, like, you know, someone or from, like, her own manager, because, like, there's a very high chance that, you know, a manager of her will, like, be like, oh, how dare you go after Extra Emily? And, you know, in their own best interest, you know, for Extra Emily, they took it down.
You guys can
When
see-
reality, you know, like, Emily probably has no idea about this drama.
from right here, this could harm your account and you could lose revenue and you could lose your account. As you guys can see right here, this media has been disabled and
Also, can I say, it's insane to me that this happened on Twitter. On YouTube, it would make sense because we have like a fucking dog shit copyright system. But on Twitter, I've never heard of somebody like having the clip taken down, you know, on that platform. Like, this is the first time actually. It's insane.
response to a report by the copyright owner. This is her taking down the clip because she didn't like the way she was portrayed. It's her fault for looking like a fucking idiot. And you might be like, Oscar,
And
what's...
also, spoiler alert, right? She did not look bad at all. It wasn't out of context. It was like a 1 minute long clip where she looked decent, but it was still taken down.
the clip about? Is it really that bad for her to want it to be taken down? Well, I actually have the clip that she
wow.
wants everyone to delete. If this video goes down, it's on her. And that just gives me extra ammunition to make another video and just milk this more for my...
And she won't take it down. Like, this drama for, like, going after Yeet was so bad, there's no way she'll go after, you know, like, a fucking YouTubers like us. That would be ridiculous.
So, no matter what happens here...
They can probably pull the same shit on Twitter, because, you know, it's a bad platform, whatever, but definitely not on YouTube. No way.
It's a win-win.
Against, like, multiple commentary channels.
Because this is fair use. Anyways, the clip revolves around her still not paying the money back to her dad, despite the fact that she's making
Okay, that's a fucking huge leap, actually.
thousands of dollars per month.
Did you pay the tuition? Your college
I want to see, like, how long is this clip? Because I want to see, like, how long it is. Oh, at least more than 1 minute, okay.
tuition back to us yet?
Yes!
This year? I
Yes!
never heard a mom say
Dad, don't bring that up! I'm gonna get canceled!
Right, so I think what happened was, like, you know, her dad was being a bit old, like, oh, did you pay us? I was like, yeah, I did. Most dads are like that, you know, like, they have no idea about the finance or, you know, the newest update. I think she did fucking pay them back, okay? However, you know, if you're like a bad clipper, like a bad clip chimp, potentially, on like Yeet, then your odds are you could twist the narrative being like, oh, Extra Emily has still not paid her parents. That would be fucked. Just, you know, clip that and be like, there is some confusion between Extra Emily and her dad, you know, where he believes that she wasn't paying him back, you know, potentially. I don't think that was the case, right? Because I don't see she would be that malicious. She would pay them back, in my opinion.
Hold it.
Yeah, cancel what?
Canceled on the internet!
I will criticize for two things, right? You know, she's being very cringy, like, oh, I'm gonna get cancelled. And then after this, you know, the second her dad brings that up, she immediately wants to hang up. That was a bit shitty, in my opinion.
I'm hanging up. Bye!
I see.
Okay. So your chat heard this, okay? They can check it. You know. don't
Bye,
forget it.
Dad!
That's a bit mean. Oh, honey, I love you. Bye, Dad. My God, dude.
Okay, so why you avoid this topic and you?
Cause I got so much hate for it! You don't even know!
I say, in my opinion, I think she did right.
For this one?
But
Yeah?
like, it doesn't look that good being like now, like, and trying to avoid it, like the fucking Holy Cross.
Yes! Yes!
Ooh, that doesn't sound good. We want you to pay us back happily,
Yes!
not get any burden or something.
I'm hanging up. My dad is gonna go crazy. I'm gonna get another clip. I'm gonna get canceled again.
Now, there's this conspiracy.
Okay, can you say that's so fucking ironic? Because that clip by itself, you know, didn't get cancelled, but the action she took, or the action that her management took after that to that clip, that would get her cancelled 100%.
Theory, okay, that it might be fake, that is just fucking around. It's so jokes, and I'm like, okay, fine, whatever, I don't care. Leaning into the whole she still hasn't paid me back situation, okay, whatever, fine. The problem to me is Extra Emily abusing her power and wanting every clip of this situation erased. It's like, if it was fake, why would you start taking it down? Why are you now striking people who are just reposting it or talking about it? What are you trying to accomplish? It just makes you look worse. And in case anyone's like,
again, I really feel like the odds are right. It was like somebody in a management, some fucking idiot, right? They're like, oh, how dare you go after extra Emily, and that's what happened. I feel like in the coming days we might see like an apology tweet or video from Emily being like, I'm sorry, I had no idea, it's back up.
well,
if that's not the case, I'll eat crow. I might have like too much faith in her.
guys, I don't know if it was her. It could be the management. It could be someone else. We don't know. Yeet shares this as well. This is the email that he got. Where is this infringement happening? She says, Twitter, description of the original request. The original work is from my own Twitch stream, Extra Emily. I captured the work using my own setup and own channel. She links some other stuff. So she's manually going around and taking videos down who are sharing the clip of the dad.
Yeah, I will say, like, that looks a bit bad. Go back a second. She says my channel, I capture the work using my own setup and own channel. God.
So she's manually going around and
it could be like a management, but the use of first person language, it might indicate that it was filing that.
taking videos down who are sharing the clip of the dad being like, well, you haven't paid me back. Now, whether it was a joke or not, it really doesn't matter. If anything, it just makes things look worse. Like, why are you taking down a joke? If I buy into the conspiracy theory, it doesn't add up. So this is someone with 472,000 followers.
Wait, how many? Damn much actually. 500,000. Oh my. Okay. If there's one thing I have to call out Extra Emily for, is that she has like too much of thin skin. She's that massive, but she can handle a little bit of backlash, a little bit of hate. That's ridiculous. I think she was worried that clip would go really far and get a lot of hate. Even in reality, it's very simple. It's not that bad, at all by any means. But via the strikes and effect, by you trying to negate it, combat it, it looks even worse now. Because why would you take down a clip that looks not that bad at all? To some people it will look bad, but those people are not very smart, so what do you care about them?
And this is not even taking donations into consideration from Sims and people who are down bad for her. So she's making pretty good money, and she can't
I hate this point so much. Guys, they're making money from this. I hate this.
pay her parents back. And on YouTube she has around 150,000 subscribers.
Again, I don't give that shit I don't give that much of a shit about the her paying her parents at all
as well. Dude, just pay.
It was never an issue in the first place, in my opinion. And now, even more so, because I do believe she paid them back.
Your fucking parents back. You have money. You're with OTK. You are sponsored by all of these people, and you
I don't like this part at all.
afford to give your parents money. It's such a bratty and tight.
There's a really dumb point, right? How do you know for a fact, she didn't pay them back? How do you prove a negative? Me, as sensitive society, I know full well that she did not pay them back. My proof? I don't have it on hand. Like, it's a very high chance that her dad, just forgot it, or her mom, his wife, has management of the bank account, receiving the money.
Idle thing to do.
Bro, they're old as shit. Okay, that's a bit me. They're old as fuck, right? Odds are they don't give a shit about the money now. They're so well off that they don't check it daily, every single day, to see if the money from their own daughter came in. I feel like that's the case.
It truly does show you their colors. The I have no money excuse doesn't work. I want to know what.
Okay, I'm done now. Yeah, so far like pretty good video, but like I think he harked on way too much about the what a bad daughter not paying her parents back when it's a very non-issue. Now the big issue is, right, someone this big giving shit about a clip account on Twitter posting a segment where she doesn't look that bad, but because she has like really thin skin, she gets so worried about it that she copyright strikes them. That's insane to me. Again, like this broke out like yesterday and a couple hours ago. So maybe today or tomorrow she might make a response. Either apologizing for it or even worse, like doubling down on it. If she did that, I cannot defend that at all. I can only defend her, right, if like a management, an agent doing it on her behalf, and she had no idea about it. That would be shitty, but it would be way more reasonable. But again, if she did it, I cannot defend that. That would be really shitty, in my opinion. FYI, in my opinion.